Welcome to Astro Weatherman. Okay, so this is going to be the first video on a multi-series of videos that I'm hoping to put out on a weekly basis, where I'm going to give you guys the weekly weather forecasts based on the lunar phases, so the phases of the moon. Because what happens is, every time there's a lunar phase shift, so from new moon to first quarter moon to full moon to last quarter moon, there's a major shift in the climate around the Earth, okay, and all of the weather patterns. So what I want to do is I want to bring you these weekly weather forecasts of when the moon is shifting into its new phase and show you how the weather is going to be affecting specifically North America, Canada, the US, and Mexico during these lunar shifting periods. Okay, so and to see what kind of weather are the planets going to be bringing to your region. Okay, so this is a video that's going to be specifically dedicated to the weather and how the planets are going to be influencing the weather in your area. Okay, so as I show you which planets are affecting a specific region, look at the planet that's closest to where you live. And as I'll explain what that planet does to the weather, you'll be able to have a better idea as to what kind of weather patterns and what influences that planet's going to have on your weather. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to try to do this on a weekly basis. I might not succeed all the time because of, life, but I'm going to do my best to get this done on a weekly basis for you guys. Okay? Let's get started. And this is the full moon period. So this is October 17th. And the full moon is basically will start today, October 17th. Now this video might not come out until tomorrow. We'll see, October the 18th. But that's okay. It's the first time going at this, and we'll get into the rhythm. And so the full moon for October is October 17th, Thursday, and it'll go until October the 23rd, Wednesday. All right. And then after that, we'll go to the last quarter moon and see what the next pattern is looking like. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's get to Canada, shall we? And is this thing? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. All right, so we're going to begin here with BC, British Columbia, and you're sandwiched in between two planets here and very different opposite planets in terms of the weather. You've got Saturn, which is very cold and stormy, low pressure systems, and that's this brown line over here. So that means BC is going to get some heavy moisture and some storm systems coming in. Uh, it's mitigated a bit with Jupiter, especially the further east you go. Jupiter does bring warmer temperatures, sunnier weather, just a milder climate overall. But watch, so it's going to be a mixed bag for BC. You're going to have some really nice weather, beautiful, fall weather, but then some really maybe low pressure, stormy, uh, and with quite a bit of precipitation that could be coming in. So watch out for that. It's going to be a really roller coaster mixed bag kind of a week for you, of a full moon lunar week. Alberta, same thing. It's going to be a roller coaster. You've got the nice warm planet Jupiter, this pink line that's right here. That's going to bring warm weather, sunshine. That's going to bring some beautiful fall days. But then this blue line is Neptune, and Neptune is going to bring cooler to colder, cloudy, wet weather. It's going to bring some significant moisture. Hopefully not that much, but it could even bring in the first snowfall. We'll see because it can bring the temperature down. But overall, it'll be mitigated. It's not going to be all bad. So it'll just be a mixed bag or a very, combination of, very beautiful, warm autumn weather and all of a sudden very cloudy, cold, and wet weather. Now, this is going to be tricky because Neptune, it does bring the temperature down, but it can bring, um, during this season, if it's just above zero, 1 to 2 degrees above zero, it'll be rain. If it's just from 1 to 0 to -1, it'll be snow. So it's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be snow. All right, so we'll see how that goes. All right, let's get over. We've got this huge gap um, through both Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Western Ontario. The closer you are, so Saskatchewan, Manitoba, especially halfway through Manitoba, you are going to be closer to Neptune, the blue line. So that's going to be cloudier, cooler. It's going to bring moisture, precipitation in the form of rain or snow, just depending on that temperature difference. And it can only vary by 1 or 2 degrees. So don't be surprised if the first snowfalls start to happen. Otherwise, it could just be rain, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's snow. The west is closer to Mars, and Mars is hotter, warmer, drier, but it excites the atmosphere and it can bring. So I think, so for Western Ontario, I think you can expect uh, there we go. Now we can see the Great Lakes. You can expect overall warmer week ahead, but it's going to be the atmosphere is going to be energized. So there's going to be some passing storm systems that come through. All right. I don't think it'll be snow. I think it'll be more rain because Mars is warmer, but the possibility of moisture is definitely higher. So don't be surprised by that, as Mars does like to bring in some storm systems. And same thing with eastern and southern Ontario. You're going to be in a mess of planetary connections. Now, in one sense, you've got Mars, which is warm, Sun, which is warm, Pluto, which is cooler. So overall, it'll be warmer than normal. And brings in some generally drier, but it brings in scattered storms. Sun is warm and uh, as I said that already, but it does bring in drier weather. Pluto's wet. So I think overall there's going to be some moisture, probably scattered moisture. Pluto can bring in, and Mars can bring in some severe weather and storms. That is a possibility, but I think they'll be scattered just because there's too much warmer, drier air in general. Quebec, um, okay, you've got the sun moon combination, which right now the sun is stronger, so that's warmer, drier. Pluto's cooler, stormier. Mercury. So overall, the closer that you are actually to the sun and Pluto, again, roller coaster. You're going to have your beautiful fall days, warm, sunny weather, and some passing storm systems that'll come through. Yeah, so most of Canada is going to have a really mixed weather system. The Maritimes, it's closer to Mercury, colder, windier, drier, but it can bring scattered showers or flurries. It'll be windy, it'll be cooler. You'll have a lot of sunshine this week, maybe some scattered moisture, but not much. But it will be cooler, windier, with more partly cloudy to partly sunny days. But the winds are going to be strong, and just pay attention to the odd scattered moisture. But overall, I think it's not going to amount to much. Okay, let's go to the US. Okay, let's begin. USA. So, West Coast. The closest planet to you guys is this pink line, Jupiter. Jupiter is warm, sunny, dry. So I think you guys are going to have a lot of warmer, sunnier weather for the most part. Although the northwestern US, like Washington and Oregon, are going to be Saturn is getting a little close. That's this brown line that can bring in some low pressure systems, some storms, and some, heavy rain. But overall, I think you're talking from California to Nevada to Idaho. Um, well, I'd say mostly from California and Nevada is going to be, warm, sunny, dry, or hot. But when you get into like Montana all the way down to Arizona, we got a mixed bag of weather coming in. We got nice, hot, sunny, warm, dry Jupiter. So you're going to get a lot of that weather, but Neptune, the blue line, Neptune is cloudier, cooler, wetter. So you're going to get some rain, snow in higher elevations, maybe, especially up towards Montana. But I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a really a roller coaster week of weather for this corridor right here. So just prepare for that, okay? Then now we have this huge gap as we move towards the center of the country. And the further, okay, hmm, this is going to be a crazy week of weather, actually. Like, I think a big transitional week. Now, the further west you are, like I'd say from basically North Dakota all the way to Texas, Neptune is going to be a bigger influence because it's going to be closer to you guys. And Neptune is cloudier, cooler, wetter weather. So it can bring showers, scattered showers, rain, snow in higher elevations at this time of year, especially toward the north. Um, but then the further east you go, like this dividing line right here, um, from again the from North Dakota to pretty much Wisconsin down to Alabama, the temperature is going to be warmer, okay? But the atmosphere is going to be more disturbed. So you're going to have a lot of weather systems that are going to really come in and you'll have some beautiful, nice, hot, warm, sunny fall days, and then followed in by some passing storms that'll come in. So storm systems are going to be higher at this point. I don't see the propensity for hurricanes, astrometeorology wise, so much uh during this week, but well, let's put it this way. Um Mars can bring thunderstorms, but it's hooked up to the sun, which is not going to make it too severe. So this is why I think there's going to be more scattered thunderstorms towards the U.S. southeast, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, etc. It's going to be really hot in this area with Mars and the sun. Mars and the sun bring a lot of heat, but Mars can excite the atmosphere and bring scattered thunder showers or thunderstorms. Pluto is the planet of extremes, so it can bring a lot warmer temperature with the sun, but with a cooler Pluto, warmer sun, scattered showers, thunderstorms, or yeah, so we'll watch for that. So I don't think anything's so too severe. So I think you're gonna have some really hot days, really warm above average days, and some cooler, really cool fall autumn days with maybe some scattered showers. So really kind of a mixed bag. Now, Mercury towards the ocean, it's not going to be affecting much of anything inland. Maybe up in eastern Canada up here, but again, this is more windy, cooler weather. So if there's any propensity for hurricane development, it'd be far out to sea, wouldn't go inland. So I think everything will be okay hurricane wise this particular week. We'll check out next week, which hopefully I'll be putting out a video and letting you guys know. All right, that's it, USA. Okay, Mexico. Let's see what's going on with you guys weather-wise. And we start off with Western Mexico. We got Baja California, and we have warm, sunny, dry Jupiter, the pink line. You're gonna have nice, warm, hot, sunny days. On Neptune, as you get closer to the equator, Neptune brings it's still cooler, but it's not cold. So you're gonna see some days that are gonna be cooler, humid, maybe more fog, some more cloudy days. I don't think you're gonna see any rain. As Neptune, as you get further south, especially mixed with Jupiter, it'll probably be more, cloudy. And you'll have a mix of very hot, sunny days, cooler, cloudier mornings, or, some days that are cooler and cloudier overall, but not bad, not bad. Now, all of Mexico here, all of Central, the whole country, I mean, my God, it's sandwiched between Neptune and Mars over here. And so let's put it this way. The further south you go, Neptune gets humid. It's naturally just humid, humid, humid. So you're gonna have some cooler, maybe cooler mornings, cooler evenings, some cloudy days, but especially as this dividing line, maybe as you get towards central Mexico, it's more Mars, and Mars is gonna be hot, dry, scattered thunder showers all over the place because Mars likes to excite the atmosphere and bring all these different weather systems into place. But they're just scattered here and there and there and there. It's not going to be like all over the place and short-lived because Mars brings a lot of energy and fuel, but it's only for short times. So just some scattered thunder thun thunder showers or thunder storms just all over the place. Again, from about central Mexico eastwards, and it'll be hot. From central Mexico westwards, cloudier, more humid, maybe some scattered showers, um, and generally sort of a mix of um, cool, hot days to cool mornings, very cold or cool mornings, and evenings and hotter days. So, mm, anyways, so I think that's basically Mexico. Okay, in a nutshell, for this week. We'll see what happens next week. Okay, that's it. Okay, there you have it. The full moon of October 2024 for North America. All right, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon if you did find this video useful or interesting. Really would appreciate that. And we will see you in the next quarter moon phase. And like I said, I'm going to try to put out a video every lunar phase, which is about once a week, to keep you updated on the lunar weather developments for North America. And hopefully, and I will also actually be posting every once in a while videos on what is affecting the world astrologically, both economically, politically, etc., when I see an astrological uh, major alignment or development. Okay. So, all right. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you soon.